the other people vachita mission. They've been doing that for years. Anonzi macro. It's a group missions. Group missions. Then number 3, organizational missions. 180 denominational missions. Organizational missions. Or denominational missions. Organizational missions. Denominational missions. Organizational missions or denominational missions. This is the intentional plan of a denomination. The intentional what? Plan. Missions plan of a denomination. Of a denomination. To say, tine plan a missions. Right now, we want to focus on Malawi, or we want to focus on being a district, or a particular or Malipato, or whatever place. Though in the next 5 years, let's focus on this Mushumbi, or Rodante, or whatever place, church. It's an intentional plan, which is long term, which is funded by the church, which is funded by the church. And the funding which we are talking of here, I'm talking of funding model. I'm not talking of allocations. Allocations and funding model are what? Are different. Allocations is not allocate kwa as per need. Kuti na event yakati okay mari iripo here kana isipo imbomirai. Isiyo model ndiri kutaura. Funding model is long term. But the one I'm talking of, a group denominational missions plan, it's where we have a long term, and we have a plus already because the structure is there within our church. Eventually, the structure is what? Is there. What may lack is the financial systems, but the structure is there. The people, you are there, but probably the funding. I saw when I arrived, I heard the secretary asking, "Wakaita ma crusades province kwavo, ndevapi amchibvunzo anditi." Ukanocheka one of the reasons inokulimita yakanya ichi funds. It's one of the key. Vanhu vanoparidza varipo. Tokufana kunoparidzira paripo, munotopaziva. But chinokushaisai kuti musvike. It's funding. And funding are the wheels of the vehicle. The engine may be there, may be good, the people. But what takes you to the vision is the wheels, the funds. So denominational missions is a model which is common. Then from denominational, we go to national missions. There are governments which funds missions. Governments. In national, in church. Kune countries are no support a missionary. Ana Holland. Ana Norway. Part of the allocation per budget, the finance minister wenyika. It's part of their policy. Part of the allocation, they fund missionaries. And so missionary groups which are registered in their country, they can apply for funding to government, and they are given. They prove. Current missions in Zimbabwe, kana kwakat, that's national mission where governments support. But the challenge of this approach, it can be entangled in politics. If you wanted to go to a country which is not friendly to your country, they may deny you what? They may deny you the finances. For example, if you want to come to Zimbabwe from some of these countries during the time because of other issues, they will tell you no. Our bilateral relationship with even American Missionary Society. Yeah, you found that the printing of Bible, etc., blah, 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 blah. Those are national. I don't know whether our country funds for those in government here, but I'm not aware whether they fund missions. Kuti anababa matambanadzo can apply for funding from government. But in the West, they fund. So those are the four approaches applicable to our context, which I have indicated. Individual. Number 2 is what?
Group.
It's a group. Number 3?
Organization.
Number 4?
Nation.
The other one, you may write it, is where the private sector, it's not government, it's not denomination, the private sector funds missions. Private sector which funds missions. Private sector, my private companies. Anofanda missions. Kuti kana mune work plan yezvamoda kuita missions, they can fund missions, the private sector. For example, one company which was known for funding missionaries, millions, because it was a huge company across Europe, America, and Africa, which exporter. So Colgate would fund my missionaries. I don't know, as the Econet. Any other company which you know? Power sales? So it's a private sector which funds. But at times what limits, for example, in Zimbabwe, when the economy is not performing well, and funding on the types of approaches to missions. Then from approaches, want to move to challenges. To challenges.